All right, let's talk about some primetime games. Thursday Night Football, and it's a doozy. The Rams are visiting the Seahawks. Seahawks are 1-point underdogs in this game. I feel like there's a lot of things that are playing to the Rams' disadvantage in this game. It's going to be very rainy. They won't have Devontae Adams. And the entire consensus of the public community is on the Rams because they've been so dominant and because they've dominated Sam Darnold. Are people walking into a trap with the Los Angeles Rams?
They could be, but I'll join them, honestly. The pros have come in. They're with you on the Seahawks. They like the Seahawks, but how does anything about that weather situation help the Seahawks more than the Rams? The Rams actually have a good running game with a really good running back. Seahawks do not have that. They have a lackluster run game, and they're one receiver dominant team. So, yeah, Puka, JSN, they're both top tier. They kind of cancel each other out. But the quarterbacks, one quarterback's been slipping these last couple of weeks, and that's Sam Darnold. Well, one other quarterback has kept on ascending. So the Rams are due for a letdown. So, yeah, I guess you and the pros are, right to take a position on Seattle. And I'll just be patient. I mean, there's a couple of books here already at a pick. So, it's going the Seahawks way. If you do like the Seahawks, I would go grab the 1.5 if that's the side you want to be on. But I think this is going to be a nice spot for this Rams team. And I just might be too in love with them because last week, honestly, I know you said you weren't worried about it. I had to wait. That's probably my last big regular season bet of the season, that Rams side. And I literally had the line at 8.5. And it did not look that entire game like they deserved to be an 8.5 favorite. So I really think I got away with it. Even though they were up, 14 points with not that much to go in the fourth quarter, that it's just I thought I probably have too high of expectations right now for this Rams team. I just think they're the clear class and above everyone else in the NFC. So I'm still going to power rate them as the better team here with the Seahawks. And I just do not trust the Seahawks team right now. It's really Sam Darnold. It's just something that's a little bit off about him. So a good bounce back spot for him. He should be able to play well here against a Rams secondary that does play a lot of zone. He does beat it usually, but I can't get there. So if it is bad weather, like you said, I probably won't put as much into this Rams side, but I do trust this runs game. At the end of the day, I trust their run game more than I trust the Seahawks run game.
Well, look, the Seahawks, Sam Darnold, the Rams have been his kryptonite the past couple of games, right? Look back at the Vikings playoff game last year. Look back at the first game between the Rams and the Seahawks this year. No matter what defense they've been playing, they've figured out something with Sam Darnold. By the way, I haven't bet the game. I'm just looking at this from all right, what measure would the public be on, and do I want to be fading that? I don't have a strong opinion on this game.
No, it's professional money. It's early pro, you're on the right read where the early pros are taking that side. So I know I'm very Joe Public here. I just, like I said, I think I'm too in love with this Rams team because they just won me a ton of money. And it's just I think they're so good right now. So it's tough for me on this one.
Green Bay Packers, Saturday night, visiting the Chicago Bears. Dude, what a difference 2 weeks makes. When this line opened, Sunday night, it was Packers 2.5. You and I both were confused by the number. We both bet into the Bears at plus 2.5. It has now moved to 1.5. I'm surprised that immediately on Sunday, following the Micah Parsons injury and the Christian Watson injury, it hadn't moved the way that it did, the way that it has since then. Yeah. Meanwhile, this was a game 2 weeks ago, by the time it's played, in Green Bay. The Bears dominated in the second half, completely dominated this excellent defense with their running game. And if you look back at the throw that Caleb Williams had intercepted in the end zone by Nixon, in which he was trying to get, I think it was to Cole Kmet in the corner of the end zone to tie the game. If he had thrown that ball a step earlier, the tight end is wide open in the back of the end zone. It was the right call. He didn't execute on the play. This Bears team might have gone on to win that game. So now you've got a team that built off that momentum, played perfectly against a terrible team in the Browns, but played perfectly in cold weather. So I'm looking at this and thinking, why don't I just love the Bears even more here? But I also might just love the Bears. I will say this. It was loud at Soldier Field this past weekend, but I also know that tickets were still pretty cheap. There were diehards who were giving up their tickets to that game because it was too cold. I don't want to see that this weekend. I want people who have their tickets going in, and if they are reselling those tickets, I want those tickets going for 4 figures. Chicago's got to show out for this game.
It's fair of Bears fans to be a little weary of your team, though, Chad. I'll give them that.
So weary.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with this one, buddy. I'm a little worried that your sentiment is what the general public sentiment is. Everyone is kind of loving this opportunity.
I know it's too much. It's too much. It's like with Micah Parsons out and Christian Watson out, everyone and the way they performed in the second half of the Broncos game, everyone is writing them off, saying it's over, and that just feels like too much of an overcorrection.
Yeah, and it's LaFleur off a bad loss. It's just. I was there with you on the Bears, and it really was about the number, though. I just thought 2.5, 3, which was what it opened at, was too much. But I have a pretty good hunch here. I'm going to be investing into this Green Bay side, and it's really about the number. It's not that I don't think the Bears are as good as this Packers team, especially with all the injuries that this Packers team's had. I think the Bears are pretty much equals for them. So this number does feel fair. It's just about the quarterback matchup where Caleb's going to have to make plays and throws in this game. And that's the exact same thing I said about the last time they matched up. And that was why I took my position on the Packers. And it literally played out the exact way I thought, and the sports book. That number held at 6.5 all week on the Packers last time they played. It landed right on 7. It's another one I feel like it's going to be a sharp line. So if you do like the Bears, like me and Chad did, I think Chad still does. The plus 1.5s, I do think they might disappear because I think professionals and the public might come in on this Bears side just because it's all a negative. They just all the injuries they've sustained. It's just, can they overcome it? I hope I flip maybe by Thursday to this Bears side. We sit here right now. I am leaning towards this Packers side in this matchup.
Look, maybe the professionals and the public will keep coming in, and the number goes from 1.5 to 1 to pick. And then all of a sudden, playing the Packers on the other side is a little bit more interesting.
Honestly, I think if I didn't bet the Bears on Sunday night, we'd be way more into betting Green Bay right now. I'm just holding out hope. I can find something to keep me on the Bears side, but I just feel like I know in my heart of heart, and I think you know too, this is the exact time to jump off this Bears train.
Oh, this is 100% the game where the Bears break all of our hearts.
Yeah.
I have zero expectations of anything otherwise. Sunday night, New England at Baltimore. Baltimore's a 3-point favorite. I'm saying it now. Chad's Choice, presented by Hard Rock Bet. It's going to be the New England Patriots. I'm jumping on the New England Patriots bounce back bandwagon. But, you gave us your shame on you to all the cocky Patriots fans who victory lapped in the first half of that Buffalo Bills game. You may not know the first victory lap was by former Patriots quarterback, now announcer, Scott Zolak of the Patriots Radio Network. Listen to what he said on the air in the middle of that game. This is what Simon was talking about.
Give the Travion, runs in the right side, accelerate past the 40, 35, 40, touchdown, Patriots!
If you're a Buffalo Bills fan right now, what are you thinking? Your window is closed. There's a new AFC East champ, and they wear all blue here today. This is out the gate.
God bless him. For the record, he was apologetic. He did do a mea culpa in his radio show because he might have just jinxed the Patriots right there. But you and I bet the Bills in that game, and we still didn't think, oh my God, we're out of it because they're up 21-0 in the first half. Apparently, he wasn't paying attention to the fact that the Patriots had the best point differential in the first half, and the Bills have the best in the second half, and that continued to play out. But look, this is a bounce back spot. And if you talk about two teams that are going in opposite directions right now, the Ravens are reeling. And even if they're winning, they're still reeling. And what they did against the Bengals, to me, is not an indication of, oh, yeah, they're all of a sudden in a better position. They may still win this game, but I think it's going to be a very close game. And I like the Patriots' ability to bounce back when they absolutely have to. They got to win this game to stay in contention to win this division. I'm going to trust Mike Vrabel here as an underdog. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, and it's great test for this Patriots team where, not that we've been just never ending beating them up about how easy their schedule is. But come on now. Like, that's just everyone's talking point. They've had an easy schedule, and it's been nice. They have real good test here before the playoffs to see what this team is and if they're for real. They failed the first test, right? In December, that was, like you just said, that was lined up perfect for them. They had their foot on the throats of that Bills team. And just like their fan base, who knows what happened at that halftime, but they came out and just did not make the right adjustments. And this Bills team did, and they dominated. And it's another test of a veteran team with a veteran former MVP quarterback that they're having a down year, but they have the guys, right? The Ravens have the talent to be a good team and win this game, but they just have not been playing that way this season. Even that Cincinnati game, Cincinnati had so many opportunities to win and steal that game, and just Joe kept giving it away. I'm going to trust Drake Maye to bounce back. I know it's crazy, but it's like every game, the more I watch, the more I become a believer of Drake Maye and his playing style. And, the MVP stuff, that might be out the door now at this point if these other veteran quarterbacks like Josh Allen or Stafford keep playing at such a high level. But this is the type of game that gets him right back into it if he wins it, right? This is a really good test for him and a game that they must win. So I'm with you. Matchup-wise, breaking it all down, can we be a little patient and see who the Patriots are getting back? If that's going to be a big deal defensively, sure. But I just think this is the type of matchup where Ravens defense is suspect to me. I know they got their shutout last week, but I still think the Patriots with McDaniels are going to be able to move the ball here. So I am shocked this number's up to +3. And I'm looking forward to hearing what the pros are thinking of this one, because it's all early Ravens money right now. And we might be the public side with this Patriots side, but I think the public's right here. This is too big of a number for this Patriots team.
Last game on the board, the San Francisco 49ers visiting Phillip Rivers in his second start as a 44-year-old grandfather, nearly pulling off the upset last week. The Indianapolis Colts are 5.5-point underdogs. It almost feels low to me, to be honest. Like, the Niners should be the side here. We got the excitement. We got the Phillip Rivers bounce. He did some things. Now defenses have seen him. He's having a hard time throwing that ball, as we discussed on Sunday night. The Niners, to me, have been a much more competent offense than the Seahawks have been the past few weeks. Comparison to comparison, even level with full roster, Brock Purdy, McCaffrey, Kittle, all playing. I like the Niners here.
Yeah, not sure what to do with this one. Just worried a little bit. It reminds me a little bit of the Dallas Vikings game where I talked that was a primetime trap. This has primetime trap written all over it. So I am hoping this number goes up. It is going up. Like you said, there were 5.5s out there on the San Francisco side, and it's gone up. A lot of books now are popping up to 6.5. So I think your early read's right. The professionals are joining you on this 49ers team. I have so many questions about this 49ers team. I know they've been playing really well and they've been winning. Their offense is in full click mode. But I don't know. There's something just off with me about this 49ers team. So I think you're right where I'm going to dive into the numbers and I'll see it. This is going to be probably a better side to be on, this 49ers team. So if we have to give an early bet here, I'll join you on this 49ers team. But it's really about the number. I'll grab the 6 now because I think it is. By the time we do Thursday show, it is up to 6.5, maybe 7. Just because I don't know who's betting the Colts. Who is backing the Colts here? That's what I'm interested to find out. So if I get clearance that there's no wise guys hammering this Colts side, mean you were stepping in it, I'm happy for us to be back in this one, even in the contest. Because I'm like you. It's like 49ers offense, they should roll this Colts defense. And we've seen it solid defensively. He's, I don't know how he's doing it, but he's making that defense work, and they scheme it up. And now you think, another week of tape on Phillip Rivers, I think it's going to help him, where you saw what they want to do, right? It's just run the ball and keeping all the balls close, because once he did try to push the ball downfield, you saw there's no power behind the throws. The ball fluttered too much. So maybe I'm overthinking it, and we should be hammering this Niners team. But like I said, it's so early in the week here. I just want to make sure I'm not stepping on this Niners side.